So this week is always an interesting week for me, early in December, because this is my dad's birthday week. And you can see that's my dad up there, who I learned trading from and who I think of a lot when I'm trading, educating, doing analysis and more. And so I thought that I'd share a story that my dad told me when he was teaching me about the markets and teaching me about trading that I think is really important to go into the end of the season. It's something that you can find useful, and it's a way to honor him on his birthday when he's not here anymore, and those birthdays don't quite have the same energy to them. So something that my dad actually always would say to me when I was younger, which I found really odd because I was very, very young when he would say these things, I don't know, 10, 12 years old, is we would just like get in the car, okay? Like, I don't know, running to the grocery store or something. And he'd say, Hima, what would you do if you got $1 million, like tomorrow? And I was like, what are you talking about, Dad? You know, I'm not going to get $1 million. And he's like, no, Hima, just follow along. What would you do if you got $1 million, okay? So I would say things like, well, I don't know, you know, I'm a little kid, or, you know, that's a lot of money. How's anyone supposed to know what to do? And the reason he was asking me this question is because he was saying that in order for you to receive what the world may offer you, right? It's out there. $1 million is out there. In order to receive that, you need to be prepared with how you're going to handle it. And then he started telling me how people who win the lotto, you know, win these huge sums of money, even after taxes, and then it's gone within years, sometimes even faster than that. So that story is really relatable to anyone who's embarking on trading. If you are not setting out a clear goal of what you want, it doesn't have to be $1 million. It doesn't have to be, you know, $100,000. It could be bigger. It could be smaller. The point is that you need to kind of be like, okay, that pot is out there and it's available for me to pull from. What would I do if I actually reach my trading goal? I know this is a question a lot of you are like afraid to ask yourselves because, you know, it's kind of scary sometimes to think about a goal and then realize there's a chance you won't reach that result. But if we can't form the goal, if we can't get clear on what that quantitative result is, right? It has like a boundary, it's a fixed amount, a number, something, then it's going to be really hard when you're having the tough times, whether it's emotional ones like missing a loved one or going through a tough time with your family or friends or work, or the trading ones, right? The trading losses, or the times when your techniques aren't working as well because there's market, you know, choppy sideways, or a news report comes out that you weren't necessarily prepared for, or maybe you were prepared for and market moves in wild directions. In order to best be prepared for those kind of kinks, those little, you know, things that may be nails on the road that kind of take your car off track, you've got to know, what am I aiming for? What's that long haul? So I used to think as a little girl, like, this is such a weird question. Whose dad asks them, like, why are you going to get, what are you going to do if you get $1 million? But now I'm really grateful that he asked me that kind of question, because I think about this in my trading analysis. I think about this in managing my mom's finances. I think about this with my husband and I. And it's something that I really want you to get clear on, okay? This holiday season, December, is an amazing time to really solidify what's important to you for your life, which you are using trading to help you achieve. Okay, you're not trading for the fun and the excitement and the glory. You're trading to make money. That's it, right? It's a means to an end. So what is that amount of money? How often do you want to make that money? What will you do when that money comes to you? And use that language, guys, not if, but when. Like, set yourself up for that, so that you are acting as if all of this stuff is in motion and it's just kind of pulling towards you. So miss my dad, love my dad. And it just makes for a weird time. And I kind of hesitated to share this with my tribe because, you know, it's just not the cheeriest thing, but I'm doing okay with it this time. I'm not like particularly feeling, you know, very strongly about it. Maybe that's because my mom is traveling and so I'm not really talking about it with anyone. But I did think, you know what, let me use this as a time to remember something good and remember something really cool and useful that I can share with you. And so remember, It's important to have a goal in your trading so that when, not if, but when those winnings, those earnings, that profit come your way, you actually have some idea of what to do with them, and you don't end up like these, lotto winners who just kind of waste it all away or mismanage it and waste a really awesome opportunity. So I'm going to be sharing more of what I'm going to be preparing for coming into 2023. I've already started this with my tribe. So those of you who are my members, keep an eye out for those emails, the 2023 prep ones, where I'm sharing the steps of literally what I am revisiting, restudying, because you can never be too expert at the foundational stuff, and what I'm doing to really prepare and get ahead for the upcoming trading year. Catch you on the inside.